Stratus, welcome to a deck tech with a modern deck that I've brewed up. It's a Dynavolt tower deck, so it basically only contains instants and sorceries and cards that are good with instants or sorceries and very few lands. So Dynavolt tower is one of our win conditions. It is, come on, very easy to get this going, and you can activate it basically every turn. So you get a free lightning bolt every turn, and if you have multiples, they are just insane. Then we have Young Pyromancer, which I think is the best card to go with spells. I mean, Dynavolt Tower, Young Pyromancer kinda covers all the angles. And then I also jammed Delver of Secrets, because it's good to have an evasive threat against many decks, and you just need the tempo sometime. I could see trading these for Snapcaster Mages, but as I said, this is more of a budgety brew, so no Snapcasters. I could see not running Delvers and cut down on like some of the filter and burn for a couple of counter spells instead, and play a more controlly grindy version. Then we have Rift Bolts, Stagger Shocks, Electrolyze, a Magma Jet, 4 Lightning Bolts, Fork Bolts, and a Flame Jab to burn our opponent. So what we are hoping to do is land a threat and then just kill stuff and go to the face. And I mean, Stagger Shock is double activation because you cast it from exile. Flame Jab makes use of our extra lands if we draw them. Fork Bolt and Electrolyze can pick off multiple targets. Magma can scry. I mean, you get the point. So it's kind of easy to get the deck going. And to be certain, we have Probes, which works well with Pyromancer and Dynavolt Tower. Serum Visions and Sleight of Hand to find our stuff and filter through the deck. It's not necessary, I don't think, to have everything here, but I kinda wanted to find Dynavolt Tower as often as I could. If you can land that on turn 3, it's very, very strong. So, and then I added 2 Peer Through Depths, so we can like, sometimes you just want to find that one last burn spell, and this digs for a lot of them, and we do have what is it, 32 instants and sorceries, so over half of our deck we should always hit. And sometimes we want to find other stuff, so I added 2 Telling Time, so I split them. You could run Anticipate, you could run other stuff here, but I prefer Telling Time because I have kind of specific needs, and I do want to mess with the top for Delver, for example. So, and then 16 lands, 4 duels and 4 fetches. Spirebluff, Canal, because they're just awesome in decks like this. And 1 Shivan Reef and Ether Hubs, because 1 Ether Hub doesn't really make or break anything when you look at it. But if you land Dynavolt Tower and have 1 energy, you actually only need to play 2 spells next turn to activate it, which is a lot less than 3. And sometimes you draw like 3 of them, and well, then you got extra energy. I would like to cut Flooded Strands for Scalding Tarns, and probably like shave a Steam Vents and Shivan Reef for a mountain and an island. But since I can't fetch both basics, I run no basics today. So that's basically the deck. Try to burn your opponent out and keep control of the field. For the sideboard, we have 4 relics and a Tormod's Crypt. For Dredge, I don't know if you have noticed, but Dredge are getting pretty popular, so yeah, yay. You could run like Surgical Extraction, but without Snapcaster Mage and Surgical being very expensive, I don't think that's necessary. Then we have 4 Molten Rains and a Crumble to Dust, because Tron, surprise surprise, is very common, so that's just how it is. We could potentially be fast enough to win anyway, but in my experience, Tron always have turn 3 Tron, so I mean, if we go like Delver into like a burn spell or two and then a bunch of other burn spells, we might get there, but yeah. 2 Electricity because there are still a lot of small creature decks running around, and Electricity is very good. And it's an instant, so it works well with the theme. And I added 3 negates to like stop Scape Shift or something like that. A deck that we might not be fast enough against all the time. The negate could really make or break the game. So there we have it. Let's go over and play a few matches. Hello everyone, welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. Let's play some Modern. Kind of on a budget here, but I think we'll be alright. This hand is somewhat awkward, but I think we can keep it. Turn 1 Delver is usually pretty good. There is like, yes, if my opponent's hand is like 3 bolts and 3 lands, I might want to probe first, but in most scenarios I think it's quite alright to play Delver here. I can't cast Serum Visions anymore, so if I don't draw a land next turn in 2 draws, I'm a bit stuck, but if I don't draw a land, this probably flips, so it's like if I draw a creature or a Dynavolt tower and then another creature or Dynavolt tower, I guess. Pretty low odds on that. Ursa's tower. Well, glad I played Delver. Instant or sorcery? No. But a land nonetheless. Let's do this the correct way. I mean, I get wrecked by Pyroclasm, but that's just how it is. Let's see what we were working with. Karn, Star, Scrying, Mine. Alright, so he has Tron, so he has a turn 3 Karn. Great. If I draw a land that's not an either hub, I might actually be able to race. But not flipping Delver this turn makes that a lot harder. So mine, sack for green, play Sylvan Scrying, fetch, power plant. So there's very few cards that I can hit here that's not good for me. And obviously it's Young Pyromancer, because that's just how Magic Online works. Killing all the odds. That's obviously pretty bad. Because now Karn. It's not super threatening, but still pretty threatening. I can at least kill it. But not adding anything on turn 3 is pretty bad. I mean, flipping this or playing just the Serum Visions would have been great. But now, I mean, yeah, it's gonna go for the Delver. Something good? No? No, of course not. I mean, sure, if he has drawn like nothing, I might have a chance, but drawing 2 creatures and a Dynavolt tower is pretty bad. Tower, so he has a sphere, another Karn it seems. Okay. Sphere, I assume. So what can I draw this turn? No, a star as well, okay. I can draw... I mean, just a land so I can play Dynavolt Tower might be okay. And an Ancient Stirrings. Versus mine, right. Well then we're not dead. And of course another creature. Yeah. I mean, this is obviously possible in real life as well, but yeah, I don't know. So we have stuff to bring in. I think Flame Jab is pretty bad, and I think Forkbolt is pretty bad. What else? The creatures are obviously staying in. And I think Dynavolt Tower is as well. Probably keeping the probes because that's great. And bolts. We can probably trim Stagger Shocks, bring in all the Molten Rains. I guess a negate. Magmate is not super good, and we can trim like 2 Electrolyze. Sure, that's perfect. So yeah, we had the start that we wanted, like creatures, but yeah, we had a lot of creatures. Yeah, this hand will do. Turn 1, Serum Visions, turn 2, Pyromancer, turn 3, probably Dynavolt Tower. Depending on what my opponent is doing, obviously, and if I draw lands. We might not be able to play Dynavolt Tower, we might be forced to cast like Riftbolt and keep a negate up or something. Another Dynavolt Tower. Well, we don't need Pyromancer. I guess we will keep the land. Power plant, no map. No map. So depending on the draw here we can... Okay, 2 Ursulans. Yeah, I think just playing Dynavolt Tower is the best. I mean, he probably has Tower as well, and slams a Karn or something, but then we will have to deal with that. Then we can at least play Crumble to Dust. Nothing, alright, then I think we got this. That should be the end of this game, most likely. Yeah. Alright. Let's just run it back. I mean, you could run something like... No, that's not good. I mean, we could run like more counter spells, I guess, but we're trying to be like get on the board and do stuff. We do have a control mode in the sense that we can land Dynavolt Tower and then sit behind that and like kill something with the bolt, get some counters, dig for a card, some counters, kill another creature, and then overwhelm our opponent. But a Tron player is pretty hard to overwhelm. Alright. I wanna see land, Stelvers. I guess this is fine. It's not an ideal hand, but I think it's keepable. We can negate something, which is good. Raise the Verge Thicket. Into Stirrings? Alright. Whenever they start with a non-Tron land, I'm pretty happy. So depending on our draw, we might use Serum Visions or we might use Sleight of Hand. Dynavolt Tower, then I think we use Serum Visions. Land, Pier. So I think we're gonna keep the land, but I don't think we will keep Pier. So next turn we can keep Negate up, but I don't think that's correct. I think the correct play is to slam Young Pyromancer. Yeah, unless this was an Explorer, then we might not want to do that. It kinda doesn't matter. Fetching and not fetching here is kinda the same. So unless we draw Molten Rain next turn, I'm definitely just playing a cantrip and keeping Negate up. Not playing Dynavolt Tower. Land. Yeah, there's nothing I can slide into that I have to play. I think I'm just gonna do this. And hope that my opponent plays a Karn or an Ugin and not a Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, I don't really need Delver, but I will take Sleight of Hand. So I can negate something and then next turn crumble to dust. The tower probably, it doesn't really matter, but... And then a turn after that, drop Dynavolt Tower and go nuts. Yep. Guess I should kill the power plant. I mean, we can beat a Wormcoil, but Spellskite, sure. Oblivion Stone. Alright, let's negate. If he has another one, he has another one. I mean, what can you do? Play this. Crumble to dust. I guess the tower now? Yeah, sure. Let's see if this works. So what do we have? Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, I assumed he had something, but you never know what. And now we're most likely losing, but... Ugin, yeah. Ugin will be tough to beat. If I draw... No, that doesn't work. Okay, yes, Spellskite too. Well, I can play Dynavolt Tower, and I can play Sleight of Hand. Find Serum Missions, play a tap land and say go. I need to take down the Spellskite and then try to win before Ugin kills me. That shouldn't be a problem. Can't see how that would fail. Because killing it will be rather difficult. It will be 7 plus that I have to kill Spellskite. I mean, if I draw like Electrolyze, I might be good to go. And if he has nothing else, his hand is blanks. What else does Warping Wail do to a creature? And yeah. And Karn? No, Wormcoil. Well, a Wormcoil I will probably not beat, but yeah. Shouldn't you have played, or is it 7? Yeah, right. Should probably use Ugin, yeah. Rift Bolt. So what can I draw? A flurry of burn spells could potentially do it. But I have to waste a lot on that. Another Dynavolt tower. And I don't mind, let's say I play Dynavolt tower. No, I don't draw Dynavolt tower. Then I don't think I can take it. I suspend Rift Bolt. I use Lightning Bolt. No, he has Spellskite. I guess I can play Sleight of Hand to get Dynavolt tower. I don't think this will work. So I take 9 next turn. And he goes to... He goes to 20. I have to do 20 damage next turn. So let's see, if I bolt here I can use both Dynavolt towers, otherwise I can only use one. And then I will have... Yeah, it's probably better to not suspend Rift Bolt. Ghost Quarter. So I have to let this hit me. I can kill Spellskite, but let's see, if I Dynavolt tower this and then play a Lightning Bolt, he will redirect and then he will redirect again. Yeah, that doesn't work. So 20 damage with a Spellskite, that shouldn't be a problem. What do you have? Okay. Let's see if he does it again. I don't think so. Let's see. If I redirect to Ugin, it goes to 6, and then I kill Spellskite. I untap Rift Bolt. Tower. That might actually be a better plan. Let's try it. Molten Rain. Does that work? I don't think it does, right? A Molten Rain, I get 6 energy. Then I Rift Bolt Ugin. No, I'm 1 damage short. Cause I Rift Bolt Ugin, get 4 energy. Then I can kill Ugin. But I don't have, because this could have, if we go on 1 less. Alright, it was close. I'm not sure if I had burnt him for 6, he would have been at 12. Then I Molten Rain, that's 10. And then I only have 9 points. So I was like a point short, no matter how I did it. Probe into Electrolyze might have worked. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll bring you more as soon as I can.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat.